Let's take some quizzes together. Good day, Gothamites. Well, good day, Gothamites. Keeping with Vlogtoberfest, we're trying to do more videos, and today we're going to take a test. It's one of those social media quizzes. There's millions of them out there on the internet. We found one. We thought we'd have some fun with it. We might do another one or two and put all the videos together. But this one's, can you pass a basic cooking terms quiz? Let's see if you can get that. Can you pass a basic cooking terms quiz? Now, I wouldn't call myself a chef at any extreme, but let's take a look at it. First question. True or false? Common foods broiled include steak, fish steaks, chicken breasts, or open-faced cheese sandwiches. The term broiling means to cook something under direct heat. Is that true or false? I'm going to go with true. It didn't tell me the answer. We're going to go on to question number 2. 2 of 11. Food is first browned in a small amount of fat and then simmered over low heat in a small amount of liquid. The liquid should partially cover the food, but not totally cover it. What is the term for this? Browning, roasting, or braising. Food is browned over a small amount of fat. I'm going to call that braising. Question 3. This term is normally used in baking. It means to combine butter, sugar, egg, and flavoring until light and fluffy. Is it called a mix, a cream, or a fold? Combine butter, sugar, egg, and flavoring. I'm going to call that butter, sugar, eggs, and flavoring. I'm going to call that a mix. Is it a mix, a cream, or a fold? I'm going to call that a mix. Okay, 4 of 11. The word coddle may mean to treat with indulgence or to pamper. How does one coddle an egg? Very carefully. Cook it in a shell for about 10 minutes at 180 degrees. Leave it out at room temperature for 3 days before cooking it. I wouldn't suggest that. Boil it vigorously for about 10 minutes and then chill it immediately. Cook it in the shell, leave it out, or boil it. I'm going to say boil it vigorously and then chill it immediately. So you're going to take it out and take care of it. Let's see. 5 of 11. Let's see what my answers are soon. True or false? Steep, S-T-E-E-P. Steep means to extract color, flavor, or other qualities from solid substance by leaving in liquid that is just below the boiling point for a specific amount of time. Steep. I'm going to go false on that. Maybe some of you people who have gone through culinary school is probably, biting at your nails. You're getting this wrong. I'm sorry. I'm not a culinary expert. Which of these classic cuts is the smallest? Julienne, Brunoise, B-R-U-N-O-I-S-E, Brunet. Maybe that's a Brunet. Cube. I'm going to say Julienne. I think Julienne is cutting it really close. The smallest cuts. 7 of 11. To keep foods moist during cooking by brushing, drizzling, or spooning on a sauce, pan juices, or wine. What is the term for this? To baste, glaze, or to dredge? I'm going to say baste. Because the glaze, I think, would be a finishing glaze that stays on it. To baste is you're constantly putting a little liquid on, like you're cooking a turkey in the oven and you put a little of the juice on top. But to dredge, that's when you take in like a chicken wing and you're dredging it in flour and then you're frying it. So I think it's baste. Question number 8. True or false? Truss means to tie the legs and wings of poultry close to the body with string before roasting. True. Question 9. To decorate food with fresh herbs, edible flowers, fresh vegetables, or fruit to enhance the look and taste of the dish. What is the term for this? To plump, to refresh, or garnish. To decorate the food. I'm going to go with garnish. 10 of 11, we're almost done. To add an ingredient such as eggs, which hold together the other ingredients, as in meatloaf, what is the term for this? To blend, to bind, or curdle. Well, it wouldn't be curdle. That's leaving milk out. Or cheese. I'm going to say to bind, because you're using the eggs, the egg white or the egg yolk, and you're keeping meat and everything together. We're going to say to bind. Last question, 11 out of 11, and we'll find our results of Can You Pass a Basic Cooking Terms Quiz. True or false? The term score is to make a small holes in meat to help tenderize it and keep it from drying up when cooked. False. Scoring is, I think, a slight cutting so that he can get inside and actually cook larger pieces of meat. So I think the score would be also you can get your spices, your rubs, whatever, to get inside into the meat a little bit better. So I'm going to say false on that last one. Let's see. Here's the results. Can you pass a basic cooking terms quiz? I got Master Chef. Master Chef. I got lucky. It says, we can just smell the delicious food now. You're obviously a practiced chef, whether the casual cook or the gourmet on your social network. You have a knack for cooking. Well, thank you. Hey, welcome back. We decided to do another quiz. We're joined here by my friend Pac. And today we're taking the social media quiz of, do you suffer from any kind of phobia, any fear, any anxiety, things like that? If you do, what is it? This was another quiz found on the internet. I don't know how many question is, but we'll start off. It says, what do you suffer from? I don't know if I suffer from anything. First question is, number 1, how are you? Are you fine, great, okay, or not so good? I'd say fine. Number 2, what is your goal in life? To be perfect, to not be good enough, to not be judged anymore, to stop overthinking things, or to stop being dependent on others. To be perfect? No, it's not my goal in life. To not be good enough? What is your goal in life? To not be good enough? No. To not be judged anymore would be nice. To stop overthinking things, or to stop being dependent on others. Let's just say maybe to stop overthinking things. Number 3, it's 3 of 7, so I guess it's 7 questions. There we go. What quote do you relate to the most? So here's some quotes. It's painfully easy to define human beings. They are being who, what? They are being who, for no good reason at all, create their own unnecessary suffering. Okay, next quote. Despair is a narcotic. It lulls the mind into indifference. The most truthful fact about life is that everyone will wait for something better, but they will never wait for you. These are all really negative. I found the shades of sanity with your soul, and between the shadows of insanity, I find myself loving you and hate myself for that. The hardest person to love is yourself. Bingo. Let's choose that one. Number 4. Those quotes were a little bit too long. What keeps you up at night? Thinking about ways how I am not good enough because of the thought of getting hurt again? I despise thinking. When I think, I remember all the horrible memories. Real negative stuff again. Worry about things. So what keeps you up at night? Thinking about ways of how I am not good enough because of the thought of getting hurt again. I despise thinking or worrying about things. I think the lesser of all these seems normal for me, at least, is worrying about things. What keeps me up at night? Worrying about things. I guess unless you saw a horror movie and you can't sleep, or I don't know what, I think a normal reaction for people would be to not go to bed or have trouble sleeping because they're worried about money, bills, family issues, problems. So let's try worrying about things. Number 5 of 7. How willing are you to do something for someone you love? That's a big question. I don't love anyone. I'm willing to do anything. No thought about it. Depends. I'm not good enough for someone. I don't know. So I think the two logical things here, if you actually love someone, it's probably going to be anything, maybe depends, or I don't know. I think depends and I don't know are about the same thing. Let's see, how willing you do for something you love? Well, if it's someone you love, I would think you would want to do anything for. But I guess it depends on maybe if it's a friend, close family member. You know, define love. How much love is there? What kind of love are you talking about? Love of a family member, love of a pet, love of a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. There's a lot of different love out there. That's very general. But I'd say let's do anything. Because if you love someone, wouldn't you want to take care of that person, look out for their well-being? If you could stop something harmful, whatever it may be, from happening to that person, I would think you'd want to do that. So number 6 out of 7. What do you do when something is bothering you? Answers are nothing. I try not to think about it. Hide away from everyone else. Sit alone and ignore the world. That works. Go to someone who understands the situation. So are you a talker? Do you trust people around you? Would you go to talk to someone? What do you do when something is bothering you? Another kind of vague. Something meaning a mental question. Maybe you relax. Some problems will resolve itself, or they don't seem as big if you relax and wait a little time. Mull things over. Maybe nothing. Or go to someone who understands the situation. Let's choose that answer. Last question, number 7. Let's see what kind of phobias, social anxiety, or problems that I have according to this website. So number 7, how do you take bad news? I take it lightly, but then get upset later. So you stew over it, huh? It gets worse. It ferments. I get disappointed. Badly. I feel lost. Horribly. I think about it. I think about what I could have done to fix the situation. How do you take bad news? I take it lightly, and then I get upset about it later. I get disappointed. Badly, I feel lost. Or horribly. Thinking about what I could have done to fix the situation. How do you take bad news? Well, I mean, is that bad news from regular news on TV? Or news of something personal happening to you? Maybe a family member, maybe a friend is giving you bad news. So, bad news. I get disappointed. Badly, I feel lost. Depends on the bad news. I take it lightly and get upset later. I don't know if that's smart. Let's just say I get disappointed. And that's the end. Calculating results. What do you suffer from? Atichophobia? Let's see if I can finish. Let's see. See this word? Atichophobia? Let's see. What does it say that is? It is what it is. It says the fear of failure. Our atichophobia is a present fear of failure or not being successful. It affects people devastatingly and their willingness to try certain activities. I don't think it's necessarily true, but it certainly was interesting taking the quiz. Gothamites, I hope you liked this video. If you have other quizzes, if you want to suggest some, if you know where they're at, post a link, description below. Please hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and have a good day, Gothamites.